If you have been thinking about using box color, you may want to reconsider that thought so that you don't get into a color correction situation coming back to your hairstylist. Hi everyone, my name is Karla Valenzuela. I'm a Redken educator and a hairstylist at Madison Avenue Salon in Chandler, Arizona. I'm going to be sharing with you some hot tips on how to maintain your hair color during quarantine and why you should stay away from using box color. If you have been thinking about using box color, you may want to reconsider that thought so that you don't get into a color correction situation coming back to your hairstylist. One of the reasons why you may run into a color correction is because your hairstylist customizes your hair color for you. A lot of the times when we're at the color bar, we mix more than one shade for your formula, or we mix more than one formula for your hair color. So a lot of the times we may apply something different at your regrowth and a different formula at the mid-lengths and ends. Using box color is not going to provide you that customized hair color that your hairstylist gives you. Box color does not have quality hair ingredients that professional hair color does, therefore does not provide longevity to the hair color, which can cause some banding, meaning the area that you touched up yourself at home will tend to fade within a couple of weeks, which will cause a band of demarcation. And when you come back to your hairstylist, she or he is going to have to treat that area differently. It may also be very difficult for you to have proper saturation of your own hair, and that can cause some splotchiness. And if you have splotchiness, your hairstylist is going to have to individually treat those areas, and they may have to use different formulas for those areas, which will cost your appointment time to be longer and possibly a higher price point, because most of the time your hairstylist is going to charge extra for extra hair color. You might also run into the situation of having hot roots. Hot roots is when the regrowth turns out to be a brighter and lighter color than the rest of your hair, and that usually happens when you don't formulate properly. If you happen to get yourself into a color correction situation, no worries, I'm sure your hairstylist will be more than happy to fix it for you, but just remember one thing. Be patient with your hairstylist, because this color correction may take more than one session to get your hair color to be back to normal. It may also require more treatments, more time to your appointment, and it could be a higher price point. Now that I talked about all the things that could go wrong with using box color, how about I give you some tips and tricks on how to hide your grays and how to maintain your hair color at home. If you are concerned with your grays showing, you can simply hide them by using accessories like hats or headbands, or you can also style your hair by using a zigzag part instead of your regular part, and by doing that it's going to diffuse the line of regrowth a little bit more. If you're feeling unhappy with the tone of your hair color because you are seeing a lot of warmth, you're going to want to use Redken's Color Extend Shampoo and Conditioner. This is a violet base shampoo and conditioner. Violet is used to tone down any yellow unwanted tones, so this is perfect for a blonde that likes to look more on the cooler side, or just a blonde that has a lot of yellow undertones that just wants to be neutralized. If you're looking for even more control of the yellow undertones, you can also use the Color Extend Blondage mask. This goes on after you shampoo your hair. You need to wring out most of the water from your hair. You can either use a towel or just squeeze the excess water out of your hair and put this on, and I like to use a wide tooth comb to distribute the product evenly, and I let this sit in my hair for 5 to 10 minutes, then rinse this out, and you don't need to follow through with conditioner after. If you're a brunette and you're seeing a lot of warmth, you're most likely seeing more orangey tones than yellow tones, so for that you're going to want to use Brownlights shampoo and conditioner. This is a blue base shampoo and conditioner, so it's going to tone down any orange tones because blue tones down orange. And last but not least, to maintain better longevity of your hair color, I advise you to not wash your hair as much, because overwashing can really cause your hair color to fade. So I like to use the new Redken Invisible Dry Shampoo. This absorbs oils, and you just apply it at the roots and work it through, and it leaves no white residue on the hair. I can actually spray my shirt and you see that there's no powder. So I love this one, And like I said, overwashing your hair is going to cause your hair color to fade faster. Thank you for watching. I hope my video was helpful for you during this quarantine. And trust me, your hairstylist misses you as much as you miss them. But saving your roots for your hairstylist is going to go a long way. They're going to appreciate it, and you're going to have a much easier and successful hair color appointment the next time you come to the salon. So again, thanks for watching and stay safe.